Hey, what's up guys, Combat Critique here. In this video I want to give my pick for this upcoming fight between Dober and Matt Frevola, which has been scheduled for UFC 288. So let's get started. If you look at the records of these two fighters, starting with Dober, he has 38 fights and he has won 26, lost 11. Out of these 26 wins, 13, so almost 50% of his wins have come via knockout. 6 have come via submission, 7 have come via decision, and if we talk about the 11 losses, only 1 via knockout, 4 via submission, and 6 via decision. He also has one no contest in his record. If we talk about Matt Frivola, so he has 14 fights, so a lot less experience than Drew Dober, less than half the experience. He has won 10 fights and lost 3, and he has a draw on his record. Out of these 10 fights that he has won 3 via knockout, 3 via submission, and 4 via decision. Out of the 3 losses that he has lost twice via knockout and once via decision. So it is really hard to knock out Drew Dober, whereas Matt Frivola has been knocked out twice, and 2 out of his 3 losses have come via knockout, whereas for Drew, only 1 out of his 11 losses have come via knockout. If you look at the career statistics of these two guys, starting with Drew Dober, so his height is 5 feet 8 inches and it is 5 feet 9 for Matt, so he will have a 1 inch height advantage. Weight is even at 155 pounds for both these guys unless somebody misses weight, and reach is 70 inches for Drew and 71 inches for Matt, so he will also have a 1 inch reach advantage. Stance is southpaw for Drew and it is orthodox for Matt. And if we talk about the age, so Drew is the slightly older fighter here. Matt is younger by about 2 years. Now let's talk about some of the striking numbers. So first up we have strikes landed per minute. This signifies the number of significant strikes that you land on your opponent per minute on average. That is 4.47 for Drew Dober and it is 3.46 for Matt. So in this case advantage goes to Drew because he is more busier on the feet and he is able to land a lot more strikes on his opponents. Striking accuracy is 40% for Drew and it is 41% for Matt. So both these guys are pretty even, but slight advantage goes to Matt. Strikes absorbed per minute, that it is 4.4 for Drew Dober. This signifies the number of significant strikes that you absorb from your opponent per minute on average, and it is 3.49 for Matt. So in this case the lower number is better, so he will have an advantage, he gets hit a lot less. And if we talk about the striking defense, it is 51% for Drew and it is 59% for Matt, so again an advantage goes to Matt. So overall in the striking department it seems like Matt has an advantage. The only thing that is in Drew Dober's favor is that he lands a lot more strikes on his opponents. Now let's talk about some of the wrestling, grappling and submission statistics. So the takedown average is 0.71 for Drew and it is 2.39 for Matt. So again an advantage goes to Matt in this as well. Takedown accuracy is just 17% for Drew and it is 37% for Matt. So an advantage to Matt in this as well. Takedown defense is 55% for Drew and it is 42% for Matt. So in this case advantage goes to Drew Dober. Submission average is 0.1 for Drew and it is 1.0 for Matt. So again advantage goes to Matt. He is the better grappler, he is the better wrestler. Now let's look at some of the previous performances of these two guys, starting with Drew Dober. So Drew Dober in his last fight KO'd Bobby Green, and this was a great fight between two high-level strikers. Drew Dober was able to KO Bobby Green in the second round. This fight happened in December of last year. Before that, he beat Rafael Alves by knockout in the third round. So this man has the power to knock you out in the last few rounds as well. And before that, he beat Terence McKinney via TKO in the first round. And before that, he lost twice to Brad Riddle and Islam Makhachev. Against Brad Riddle, he lost via unanimous decision, and against Islam, he was finished by arm triangle choke in the third round. And before that, he was on a 3-fight finishing streak where he TKO'd Alexander Hernandez, Nasrat, and Paulo Reyes. And before that, he lost to Beneil Dariush via triangle armbar. So this man, submissions are his weakness, and his strong point is striking. If you strike with him, there's a high chance that you will get put out cold. Now let's talk about Matt. So Matt, in his last fight, beat Otman Azaitar via knockout punch in the first round. We don't know how seriously Otman is training nowadays, but Matt was able to get the best of Otman, and he finished him via knockout in the first round. And before that, he beat Gennaro Valdez via TKO. This was also in the first round. And before that, he lost to Terence McKinney via knockout punches, and this was in the first round, just 7 seconds. And this is a cause of concern because Terence McKinney, if you look here, he was TKO'd by Drew Dober. Before that, he was also lost to Arman Sarukian by unanimous decision. And if we talk about the fight prior to that, he beat Luis Pena and Jalen Turner both by decision. He had a draw against Lando Vanata and got KO'd against Paulo Reyes. And again, you can see Paulo Reyes here, this one. So he got TKO'd in the first round by Drew Dober, and he was able to knock out Matt in the first round as well. This was back in 2018, so a long time ago. But people remember these fights, and the Terence McKinney loss is a more recent loss where he KO'd Matt in the first round, and when he fought Drew Dober, he was TKO'd in the first round. So these things really show that if Matt decides to strike with Drew, it will be a tough night for him, and he might get put out cold. Before that, he beat Jose Flores and Raush Manfio. He beat Jose via arm triangle choke and Raush via unanimous decision. This was back in 2017. If I have to pick a winner of this fight, the stats will have you believe that Matt is a better striker, he is a better wrestler, he is the better grappler. However, keep in mind that Matt has not faced the same level of opposition as Drew Dober has in his UFC career, and because of that, the stats might look better than what they actually should be. I think Drew Dober has faced the top level guys at 155. He's fought the champion Islam Makhachev. He fought Bobby Green, Terence McKinney, Brad Riddle. These are big names in the division. He also fought Beneil Dariush. I don't think Matt Riddle has that kind of experience yet. Also, I think Matt Riddle will try to take this fight to the ground, and he should do that because that is his only way of winning this fight. If he doesn't do that, then he might get put out cold by Drew Dober. If I have to pick, so if I have to pick a winner of this fight, I will have to go with Drew Dober. I think he is the more experienced fighter. I think he just needs to work a little bit on his takedown defense, and if he keeps the fight standing up, then he has a really good chance of knocking out Matt. And for these reasons, I am picking Drew Dober to win. More likely, he'll get a third round KO against Matt Frevola. That's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'll see you guys in the next video.